My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to the Slay the Spire Heartbreaker Chronicles. A20 with a defect. Yet again. Alright, what do we think about all this? Random rare card, 100 gold. 100 gold if we got an early shop. There's a path with 3 elites, only 1 rest in it though. Really feels like a death if I take that path. There is a path with only 1 elite, very, very late, a mid to early shop, and 4, count them, 4 rests. So we're gonna be going for that one. Alright, more than happy to get that kill. Come on, and time to die. Rebound hologram. I'll take a hologram this early, sure. I can't just turn down a bunch of cards because I got a bunch of upgrades and a bunch of question marks coming up. So it's possible I just don't get any cards worth upgrading by that point. So I should probably just bank a couple that I'm reasonably okay with having. The only reason that I wouldn't want a super early copy of hologram would be... Ooh, shield's nice. Would be, in particular, if I was worried about a gremlin knob fight. But I'm not going to be doing any elites for a while here. Ooh, special relic. Hell yes. We've got an early shop, so we actually can just remove the pain very early. Super important to remove the pain. Unfortunately, that does mean we miss out on the bag of preparation, but yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, so first upgrade, we'll hit the Go for the Eyes, then Auto, then Dual Cast. Ornamental Fan. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Yeah, I'll take that. That's going to be 4 block relatively commonly, actually, for us. Specifically because Go for the Eyes is a 0 cost attack. So... See, there's our 4 block. Knew it would all work out in the end. Alright, we pick up a Darkness. Okay, this early on. Hell yeah. Remember, Ryan, you don't pick up orb slots in the Darkness build. It's a bad dumb that you can do that will make you lose the game. Don't do it again. We all make mistakes, but if you make the same mistake a bunch of times, just like don't. I try and always limit myself to making different mistakes to the last time I made a mistake. It's difficult to manage, but goes well if you can. Should have used the auto shields first there, that's entirely my bad. Lovely. I'll be taking my... Ooh, Glacier. Hell yes. Get the dual cast upgraded as early as we can. The Glacier only gets 3 extra block, so not super useful. Oh, damn. Darkness, hologram the Darkness, and play the Darkness again. This is a ridiculous setup for us. We want to wait another turn and let those Dark Orbs just gestate. Enemy wakes up at the end of this turn anyway, so may as well do it like that. Zap sets up for the dual casts for just a ridiculous amount of damage. And yep, Glacier evokes that Dark Orb. Hell yeah, a Flawless. The boot, whenever you deal 4 less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5, as well as probably nothing here. If anything, it's a Go for the Eyes. Probably nothing. Alright, so here we will upgrade the auto shields. So obviously we're looking for the Darkness before we get the dual cast. Sorry, the Darkness before we get the other card that I've got the name of. Hologram. Hey, nice. Unfortunately, the hologram is in the bottom 3, so it'll shuffle into a new deck, so we don't actually get the effect of the Darkness we were looking for here. That's not so nice. Oh, never mind, we do. Darkness, hologram, darkness. That also defends us for a fair amount as well. Nice. I'm gonna wait on the dual cast here, actually, I think. Just seems like a good idea. God, if it's the bottom card of the deck. It's not. Cool. Goodbye, slime boss. Hello. Bias Cognition. Possibly. It'll help those darknesses grow really, really, really quickly. It's definitely the Cursed Key here. We got a bunch of upgrades there on the first floor, but we still have a couple of cards in the deck that we want to upgrade, in particular the Bias Cognition, but also we want to be able to upgrade the cards we pick up after this point. Okay, 2 elites, 2 rests, and a late shop. It also picks up my Emerald Elite, which is very good for us. I probably need not tell you. This is the kind of position where we don't play the Bias Cognition. It's going to be a while before we actually kill this enemy. Okay. Now we do. And play it again. Yep, because now we get a ridiculous amount of block, and the Dark Orbs have already benefited. So yeah, we actually just blow up the enemy in the next turn. Ancient Potion, that is really powerful for us. In a long fight, that will help us. We don't want any of those. In a long fight, that will help us negate the downside of... Ooh, do I want an early shop? This gives me an early shop and a late shop, as well as more question marks. Or I can go for this path for earlier question marks. No other shop. Okay, I'll take this. But it gives us the ability to play the Bias Cognition earlier in a combat than we otherwise might. Obviously quite handy. Auto shields, darkness, hologram, darkness. So we take a fair whack of damage there. But now it's murder time. Oh, never mind. Just immediately kill both. Hell yeah. Just like a no on those. Thank you very much. Oh my god, we are getting the darkness and the hologram in an unnaturally high amount of hands here. I'm going to be using the Ancient Potion in order to prevent the incoming Hex, just because the Hex is actually particularly destructive to this deck. Cool. Very important we get that kill as early as possible, so don't really have any qualms about doing it like this. Dual cast is a lot of damage here. No, I'm gonna still let that Dark Orb build for a couple more turns. Yeah, definitely should have struck there. It's not gonna matter in the face of this Dark Orb, but still. That doesn't mean that I did the right thing. Alright, never mind. As it turns out, I am going to have to fish back Glacier. Just like hardcore defend here. I'm now actually a little concerned. Bias Cognition was played really early in this fight, and we're about to start running into problems with that. Come on, evoke. Got him. Genetic Algorithm pre-upgraded Bullseye Buffer. I can actually see an argument for each of these. The argument for Bullseye is obviously 50% more damage from orbs is like an extra bunch of damage from our darkness because they do stack quite high. Genetic Algorithm is really good because it's just like a giant block card by itself. Obviously not yet, but in a couple spaces it will be. Buffer is obviously just extremely powerful for the ability to defend against singular large hits. I kind of want to take and upgrade the buffer. Yeah, it's really, really powerful. Especially later. Beautiful. Auto shields, hologram back, another zap, play it. Had to double strike the backline there, huh? It's way too early to play that bias cognition. We don't have dark orbs up yet at all, so it's just too early. Yep, this is the only way that I defend as much as I possibly can this turn. Thank you, buffer. Okay, now we can dual cast to kill that, and hologram back to bring back the darkness. Now we only need to cycle a couple spaces over. It's important that we just don't mindlessly play the bias cognition, otherwise we'll end up in a bunch of positions, because, like, you've seen how close we've gotten here. We'll end up in a bunch of positions like this where it's very close to the line, but occasionally we'll end up on the other side of it. It's very important in this fight that I have a really good start, so I'm gonna hard mulligan here. That's not great. I still have to do it. It's very important I get through this fight as quickly as possible because we have a bunch of low-cost cards in the deck. This enemy is just gonna destroy... just cut through me really quickly. The hologram there is not used so that I can play auto shield again, but instead to save a charge of buffer. Okay, just gotta evoke. Just gotta evoke an orb. Obviously not what I was looking for there, and now we get to take a bunch of damage, and now we'll have a bunch of evoke options in hand. Yay! A little bit too late. Chill Sunder auto shields. Second auto shields. Deck is actually relatively thin at this point, especially after the buffer and bias cognition are played. I think the deck can support a second, but I think it is a little bit risky. I'll actually rest here rather than upgrade, sadly. Yeah, just because this fight in particular was going to be really, really, really punishing. Auto shields Glacier is a good setup here. We do have to have this fight go relatively quickly, so we do just bias cognition here. Also gonna skill potion looking... Ooh, another auto shields? That's 3 auto shields in the deck. I can't do that. We have to use the rainbow. Oh, we couldn't have darkness yet? That would be so good. Okay, auto shields will hologram back. Probably Glacier. Go for the eyes. We'll darkness, defend, strike, strike. Okay, we're still fully defended. I'm not getting holograms as soon as I'd really like them. Yep, and now we'd start to take a ridiculous amount of damage. And now we kill. We don't kill. right, because it increments its damage after. Oh, I misordered that. The Courier, the merchant, restocks cards, relics, and potions, and all prices decrease by 20%, as well as Equilibrium is actually a card that I'm kind of interested in taking. I'll go for the rest here, because I was hoping not to rest, but I guess if we do, we do. Or a Calcum. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. That doesn't happen to us. We'll take the Sapphire Key. We prevent 1 damage with this buffer. Definitely shouldn't have just used it there. Alright, enemy down. We are going to have some real tough times in this upcoming elite fight. Defragment's a really good pickup, though. Yeah, I fear this is the end of us. Like, pretty clearly, I actually don't even think there's 2 ways around this one. We're dead on turn 2. Not turn 2, alright. Just because the backliner decided to entangle, which gives us a little bit longer, but really not long. Now we're dead. There we go. The problem is we had, obviously, 2 elites past this point, so after we had such a tragic time early on, and took a bunch of extra damage that we didn't need to take in the Book of Stabbing fight, we could have used the auto shields in the final turn. If we knew we weren't going to kill, we should have used the auto shields earlier. I thought we were going to kill, but I forgot to read the card in order. Like, I knew, like, if I was sat down and asked, hey, does Darkness channel the Dark Orb first or trigger the passive of the Dark Orbs first, I would know the order, but I wasn't going off of, like, pure calculation. I was going off of the kind of, like, mental leaps that you make in order to take a shorter amount of time while calculating something. Right? So you go, oh, it feels like it does it like this. It feels like it does it like this. From my experience, it looks like it would be like this. Okay, so we're dead. So we could have saved HP in that fight, but after that, we still had, 2 paths with elites on them. And I felt like elites on the final floor, going for an emerald key on the final floor, is something that's killed me a lot of times on an otherwise quite reasonable run. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my zap early. Not too pleased about the non-negotiable 5 damage in the first turn. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I mean, it's not, but it is. Each of these are really good for the fact that I'm going to be taking elites on over the course of this floor. Let's take a Ball Lightning. Sure, remove a strike. Basically, the Lightning is a super upgraded strike for us. Could just take the Glacier here. Yeah, I really should. Pick up offense and defense in relatively equal measure. Okay. Don't care about picking up a doubt there. No, thank you. Symbiotic Virus at the start of each combat, channel 1 Dark. That is ridiculously powerful. Meat on the Bone. If your HP is at below 50% in combat, heal for 12 HP. That's going to help us after this fight. So in general, the idea here is I just want to leave this Dark Orb to gestate for as long as I possibly can. And then wake up the Log of All in. We do want to leave that Dark Orb for a couple more turns, because then we'll just be able to outright kill the Log of All with it. Ooh, no, actually, that's not going to happen, of course. We can't leave it for a couple more turns, because we need to use Glacier here for defense. That's fine. It still did a really, really large effect. problem. We're not below half HP yet. So I could kill this turn with another strike. 32, lose 5 more HP. What are the chances I can just lose 5 HP? Literally none, right? These 2 lightning orbs kill the enemy this turn, regardless of what I try to do. Dead Branch. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card in your hand. Sure. Capacitor? Alright, we'll take that too. Now I can go to a shop, another rest, and then another... Know what I mean? Chill, that's just a random card for us. Hell yes. Not like random cards are really, really good, but it's like... It says, chill, channel 1 Frost for each enemy in this combat. Generate a random card and put it in your hand. Right? So it's really good on its card value at this point, as well as having a cost value of none. It's effectively like it's drawing a card. Not always, because the quality of your deck can be more than the quality of an average card that's given to you by Dead Branch. I understand those kinds of things, and it can trash your deck, right? I understand all of those negatives, but overall, playing into Dead Branch is quite good. So we'll take that, we'll take Self-Repair. Self-Repair is just extremely powerful. I can also just remove a Defend at this point, pretty happily. Now going for the Smith, let's pick up a extra Orb slot from Capacitor. A lot of the cards left in my deck are still attacks, so... Could be a lot worse. Meteor Strike that I can't play. Fair enough. That happens from time to time, I guess. Stack that provides me no defense. Come on, Evoke. Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill card to your deck, upgrade it. We also heal by 12 ending that fight. Double Energy, sure, immediately upgrades itself because of the Toxic Egg, and it gives us another card because of the Dead Branch. We're also looking for other things in this deck that are similarly valuable in giving us back energy as well as generating a card from the Dead Branch. So what might fit the bill? What immediately comes to mind for me is Recycle. A couple copies of Recycle in this deck. Why not? Swift Potion as well as another Capacitor. Oh my gosh. Yes. Upgrade it too. I need that strike rather than Capacitor. I need to make sure the enemy goes down next turn. Which we can, as long as we order those to play the Capacitor second. Double our energy. I should Seek before I do anything here. I'm playing the Doom and Gloom here because having another Frost Orb is going to be really, really powerful over the course of this fight. I don't need one more slot right now. I need defense. Cool. Dual cast. Exactly the only condition under which I would have put the enemy down that turn. And now we're set up for this next dual cast to kill. Dark Orbs really appear to be the thing that I was missing about playing this class for a very long time. Seek is put 2 cards in hand, as well as get a random card from the Dead Branch. It comes pre-upgraded, and I can use it to fish for the powers that we desperately need at the time, any defense. Like, there was an argument that I saw while watching LOL Ash on stream, and that is that Seek can effectively be considered an extra copy of the best card remaining in your deck. Yes. But here, also, it gets 2 of them. Well, not an extra copy, right? It's an extra copy for priority of draw, not an extra copy for amount, obviously. But also, it gets me 2 cards this time, and another from the Dead Branch. Sure. Cannot take Velvet Choker in this deck, unfortunately. Just not even slightly possible. Retaining all cards in hand is kind of dangerous with the Dead Branch, because I could just get a lot of garbage cards. So I think I have to take the Empty Branch, despite the fact that I desperately did not want to. We now have very few strikes and defense in the deck, so at this point, I probably would consider actually just removing them. From the upgrade all strikes or not event, I would probably remove. Okay. Yeah, we'll go for a Swift Potion here. That's just not enough defense. Pretty important I leave that Frost Orb up, if I can. And we still only just managed to block that. Wow. That was lame. Okay, so what am I doing here? What? Seek, FTL, Ball Lightning? Sure. We may actually not even steal back our money from this looter at this rate. Okay. Oh, never mind. We're fine. Alright. Another pre-upgraded double energy. Sure. Ritual Dagger actually would have been another card. That is something to consider. Thank you. An extremely worthwhile pickup. I'm actually going to use Gambler's Brew literally just to throw back these 2. It could not have been better. Double energy. I'll seek out half of my deck here. Can you see now why I'm really playing into the Dead Branch here? And why it's definitely the correct idea. Oh, the amount it's provided us. Sure, it's given us occasional bad cards, but good lord, has it given us a lot of very, very useful cards. Should have double played one of the defenses there. Save myself 1 HP. I don't actually want to play any of these Glaciers. It's very important that Dark Orb gestates for a little bit longer. Alright. Yeah, because we've got lethal, right? 2 more yeah, we're fine. Whew. Attack Potion as well as Stack versus Fusion. Fusion's actually a little bit good for us because we are missing a lot of energy in this deck right now. Seeing as we didn't get an energy potion after the first... Oh. I kind of want to get another double energy in here, but the problem with getting another double energy is we draw a hand that's just double energies. What do we do there? We'll figure it out. Like, the double energies at least are giving me other cards to play as well, right? So we're still doing okay. Excellent. Go for the eyes for the on-time weaken. Go. Thank you very much for my extra energy. We can now start taking, like, just draw in this deck. That'd be nice. Obviously, things like Defragment are huge, and we just aren't seeing them, but that's okay. That'll happen later. Possibly. Could have Hyper Beam there for the kill on the frontliner, but then we lose, like, all of the effects of most of our decks, so I don't know about that. Not our deck, but, you know, our effects in general. Wow, it just did useless damage against the Mystic in the backline rather than killing the Centurion in the front line. How dare you? Whew, finally. I mean, those lightning orbs do nothing after I play the Hyper Beam. It's real difficult to commit to that. Pre-upgraded white noise. You know I want that. Go to this and rest. Upgrade chill. Having that in our opening hand, especially with a double energy, is really powerful. And with the amount of double energy we have in our deck, it's not unlikely either. Double energy into a double energy? Sure. We'll chill first for the extra card draw. I'm going to use an attack potion here as well, looking for the ability to draw. We don't get it. So, boss. Collector. Okay. We'll still hold. Ice Cream is obviously ridiculous for this, but we don't have it. I'm going to take both double energies out of my deck. Let's go. Double energy, double energy. I don't need that turbo, though. Capacitor, self-repair, creative AI. Another capacitor, why not? Glacier, Glacier. Meteor Strike. Hell, I'll even turbo Ball Lightning. Getting real close to a kill of some kind here. Hell yeah! This is so damn powerful. I love it. Overclock. That's a lot of draw. Yes, it is going to put a burn in the deck, but it's a lot of draw. Okay, I'm going to take a Seek, double energy as well as an Overclock here. Start out with the double energy. I'll chill. Ooh, reprogram. I'm discarding all 0 costs here that I can find. We don't get any, unfortunately. Because that was going to be good for the all for one. Overclock, bringing out a white noise. Ooh, yeah, we consume. We definitely consume, just not yet. Ah, damn. Could have gotten some extra effect out of that. Hang on. Do I bring back any zeros here? I can bring back reprogram and overclock. That's probably too much. That's a pretty good first turn. Okay. Okay, sure. Not a bad draw, actually. Alright, reboot time. I don't really want to use fission here, but fine. Capacitor, easy consume. Fourth one's bringing back, like, nothing at this point. Like, literally nothing, in fact. Okay, so I can scrape and draw a couple cards and then possibly bring them back for the awful one. Okay. Works for me. Now we can Glacier, Melter, awful one just to bring back the Zap. Should I even overclock here? Probably not. I'm set up for the possibility of a really, really large attack already, which is nice. Alright, so next turn we're actually gonna... Ooh, hang on, no. If I use Liquid Bronze... Yeah, I can guarantee that at least one of these targets is down by next turn, which is really important here. Good. Because if no target is down, then the Gremlin Leader definitely attacks, but now they've only just decided to attack. They had to naturally make the decision themselves. Oh, this is really unfortunate. All of the cards left in the deck I desperately want. So I'm about to lose 32 HP here. It's pretty bad. Oh well. Hell of a lot of damage. Time to consume, then ball lightning, and just watch the enemy die. Warpaint, a pumping up upgrade to random skills. Hell yes, do like that. Another overclock? That's probably too much. The burns are that's a lot. Go for another elite or an earlier. You know what? We'll go for the earlier shop. Smiling Mask. Merchant's card removal service is now always 50 gold. Hell yes. Oh! Pre-upgraded Rainbow. For this deck? Yes. Also, toolbox at the start of each combat, add a random colorless card in your hand. Like, the value of our opening hand is something we're worried about, but also boot sequence is just a bunch of defense in our opening hand as well. We'll take that. We'll take Panacea as well, and then we'll remove another strike. Ouch. To fragment, nice. Fusion for the full block. Alright, Shell Parasite. Depends what we get from these double energies. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty damn good, to be honest. Definitely double energy first, then... I'll actually just seek gaining both cards left in the deck. Yeah, there's no real reason for me to worry. This is a pretty good fight for us. Another white noise, pre-upgraded or skim? Because this is two cards. White noise can occasionally just straight up win you a combat, and that's one of the reasons here I'm taking it. I'll upgrade self-repair. Hopefully this isn't Book of Stabbing. It's not the Book of Stabbing. We're in a better position because of that. Hell yes. Capacitor electrodynamics in the first turn. Hell yes. I'm going to seek out two of the double energies here because it seems like they're all pretty much going to be relevant. Okay. Let's start playing out the things that just aren't going to give us anything back, that we don't care about. Well, we do care about them, but they're not giving us anything back, so who cares? Except for us, because of course we do care about them. Ah, damn. Amplify came way too late there to be useful. I mean, oh, finally a consume. Obviously, this deck is looking for a consume pretty intently. They just haven't really been popping up for us. Pre-upgraded Cool-Headed? Sure. Some more card draw for the deck. There's a Defragment. Can't afford it. There's a Skim. Can't afford it. We will just remove another strike. Okay. I'm gonna upgrade the dual cast. We've got almost a fully upgraded deck of 23 cards. That's ridiculous. Not a bad opening turn. Not a bad opening turn, if I do say so myself, and I did just then when I said it's not a bad opening turn. Do you listen? Do you just turn your brain off? What? Oh. We're talking about this later. I could never stay mad at you. Especially when I was faking it the entire time. The madness, I mean. Seek out another double energy. Ooh. Okay, so we got some more draw in this. Lovely. I love that Barrage is just like a straight up murder. Yeah, no, I actually want the rest of the deck, so the reprogram here is not useful. No, I want the draw more than I want the extra. Okay, let's seek a fusion and a rainbow. So now we've got a multicast in the deck, and we've got Dark Orbs, so we already know kind of generally where we're going to be going. Just with this deck overall, I mean. So no summon yet this turn. Kind of surprised by that. Summon's now coming in. There's the multicast. A little bit earlier than I really wanted it. Shouldn't be picky. I've really got to continue cycling these orbs in order to get the evoke effects out of them naturally, so if I'm too picky, I'll just screw myself over. So I'll dual cast this orb just to get more energy so that I can do a bunch of extra blocky kinds of things. Well, time for us to actually take some damage. Let's Glacier. And just dual cast and Rainbow again. Got a bunch of Frost Orbs up here, feeling pretty okay. Enemy is actually summoning again already. Okay, that's a bit early, but fine. That's truly your heart's desire. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. Especially because it's a bad idea. Alright, this should be a pretty easy kill on the Collector now. Got him. Come on. Worthwhile Energy Relic. Ooh, Amplify and Fission. Amplify... So, if I amplify Capacitor, I'm actually in a bad position. Like, I already have enough capacitors for the entire deck. I can amplify any of the things I get out of the white noises, amplify any of the powers that I generate from the Dead Branch, and amplify the self-repair. Those are all nice things to do. But after we get through our first shuffle, we've usually exhausted all of our cards and played all of our powers. So by that point, the amplifier is really poor for us. Fission gives us a bunch of energy, a bunch of draw, a bunch, specifically because it evokes, because it's upgraded, just a ridiculous amount of cards, which is going to be in a great position for that. Yeah, this is the perfect position for Fusion Hammer. We already have all of the cards that are meaningful in our deck upgraded, so it's just extra energy. Hell yeah. Gotta make sure that I pick up my Sapphire and my Ruby Key this floor. Gotta absolutely make sure of that. That would just be, oh, dreadfully sad if we missed out. I love how the combo just sets up on turn 1 and doesn't stop. The problem is, how does this kill the heart? That's really the question we have to be asking ourselves at this point, right? Because it does, but it's slow as hell. Combile Driver, draw 3 cards. Evoke all of them. Play the self-repair, then Tempest. Hell yes. Hologram Skim. Okay, so the interesting thing about Hologram is that if we do get a Darkness in this deck, it will be pre-upgraded, obviously, as a result of the Toxic Egg. But Skim gives us the card draw that we kind of just need on average turns. I think we have to take the Skim. We've been, you know, passing off the ability to take the Skim for a very long time. Just 333 gold there, casually. Can we do this fight? Yes. Yes, we can. Just because we have so much defense in our opening hand. Yep. And then let me go in my deck and take the other... We've got all of this now. Okay, so Compile Driver for draw 2. No, the right effects aren't coming out of this just yet. Alright, this is a really early fission. I was hoping to use this later. There we go, that's the faster I was looking for. Bunch of AoE damage for free. Don't mind if I do. Just draw out basically the rest of my deck here. Just murder that backliner and then just set off a bunch of Tempest. Yay! We got 14 more max HP. Actually kind of significant. A pre-upgraded version of Chaos, yes, plays into our strengths pretty well. Ooh, second copy of a card in the deck. We could get another double image. Double energy, rather. We could get another rainbow. I don't know about those. Darkness, though? We definitely take Darkness. You know what? It's probably Darkness and then Dolly's Mirror the Darkness. Yeah, we need our Dark Orbs to be our damage. And, you know, if the game isn't going to provide that to me, I'll provide it to myself. I know this is technically the game providing that to me, but shh, keep it down. Loop, can't upgrade it. If I could upgrade it, I'd definitely take it, but I can't, so I won't. And here we just need to consider, okay, what is the weakest card in this deck at this point? Is there one? Not really. You probably actually don't even want to remove anything there then. Alright, we'll save our money for later events. Sapphire Key. Over the Happy Flower, sure. And we'll recall. Cool. So now we're free to just rest at upcoming camps and take the relic from this upcoming event. Capacitor chill. Oh, hell yeah. Ah, this is ridiculous. Alright, sure, we'll fission. Uh-huh. We can now Hyper Beam as well, just for a bunch of damage. No downside. Oh my god. Oh, I love how ceaseless this all is. Oh no, it's ended. Ice Cream is obviously the most powerful relic that we can get here. Calipers is a near second. Like a quite near second, frankly. Okay. That noise, bias cognition. I can't use that fission. That fission isn't upgraded, so it'll just blow up without evoking. Consume. We've been looking for that the entire time. It is going to provide a lot of scaling to the deck that we just don't really yet have access to. Mm-hmm. Oh, that could be a problem. Uh-huh. Aggregate for some extra energy. I think I've got a skim. Okay, good. We've got fission, which is nice. Only gets us 2 extra cards, but it does get us some useful ones. So let's darkness. Then dual cast that darkness. Oh my god, that had lower HP than this. That's really, really bad. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of them down, but we really, really, really don't want to be losing HP like that. Ooh, a free electrodynamics. Don't mind if I do. Mm-hmm. Now that I know that that's dead, it's capacitor, electrodynamics. It's most important in this fight that I just have the AoE to take out the summons. Then I can focus on the Reptomancer in my free time thereafter. Okay. Let's amplify the creative AI for almost no reason. Darkness, darkness. Beautiful. So now we just need to cycle these as quickly as we can and then we win. Okay, so cycling those as quickly as we can. We could Rainbow, Chaos, Dual Cast. So Rainbow, pushes them 2 forward, dual... Yeah, it's Rainbow, Chaos, Dual Cast for kill. Or a Calcum, if you want to turn without blocking 6 block, as well as Focus. Obviously way better than the Strength Potion for us. Charge Battery? Yeah, in the second shuffle, we do actually need a little bit of extra energy to keep up with the amount of draw that we have in the deck. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Thank you. I'll be in this fight for a while. I could probably use the regen potion. No, I definitely want to be using that in boss fight, especially if I can get a second regen potion. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh, okay, Equilibrium. We'll use the Equilibrium here to hold Bias Cognition. Nice, and now that we've got Panacea, we can actually play with it. So it's darkness, darkness, hologram back, darkness, played again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is going off pretty well, I feel. If we had a multicast in this deck, we'd be in such a good position. Mm-hmm. Easy capacitor, so then I can consume. this white noise our way. Nice. We've actually got way more than we need here. Alright, I'm going to start popping off those orbs, I think. Loop in the front line helps this Dark Orb get to the point that I can almost blow up the enemy, but that's fine. I haven't played my self-repair yet, so it's good that it didn't blow him up. Yeah, genetic algorithm. As long as I use it every fight, we'll be okay. Rare Relic, upgrade all cards you can only heal. We already have all of our cards upgraded. Oh my god, double consume in the first turn. Hell yes. Consume. All right. Yes, hit up those capacitors, get that extra consume off. Now I need basically as much defense as I can possibly pick up. That'll be it. Pretty solid defense. Definitely have to play the genetic algorithm. Not the other one, though. That one doesn't matter. Well, I could play the extra one and I would have gotten another card, but then I would have immediately discarded it. Play the self-repair, then the Tempest for the kill. Calibers! At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. This is the build that we've been looking for a very long period of time, and it's just come together. My goal now is to not get tilted by just something really, really dumb. And lose, because I could throw hardcore right now. It's also still possible that I lose this without throwing, but gosh, it seems more likely I'll lose it to throwing than other means. I'll overclock here. Hologram back a skim. Running out of cards in hand, unfortunately. See what this deck can do? Wild. Definitely another overclock. Ooh, Second Darkness. Hell yeah. I think I do bias Cognition here, actually. Alright, now I'm down to just my attacks. Good. Well, I do want to play the Darkness after I play Doom and Gloom. So actually, it's Doom and Gloom, Darkness, Darkness, then 88 damage for a single attack. Don't mind if I do. Come on. Ice Cream next. All right, Echo Form plays double Echo Form, obviously. Then we double up another Echo Form. It cannot be stopped. Yeah, this is excellent. And we just keep a bunch of block at the end of that turn as well. Of course we do. Duplicating every card in my deck. Hell yeah. Mercury Hourglass at the start of your turn. Deal 3 damage to all enemies, as well as a no from me on that one. Clockwork Souvenir. Start each combat with 1 artifact. So that's really powerful for us, specifically because it means this is the earliest draw of a... No, wait. We don't even have one in the deck. Oh, wow. I thought we actually had it in the deck, a copy of the... what would you call it? Bias Cognition, but we don't. So we'll actually go for the Runic Dodecahedron because we actually do have a lot of extra energy a lot of the time. Finesse. Is there any reason not to take the Finesse here? Probably not. Then remove another card from the deck. The Overclock is actually annoying me, but I think it's really important that I leave the Overclock in the deck just so that I can have the ridiculous setups on turn 1 that we're kind of getting. Well, turn 1. Yeah. Turn 1-ish. Alright, we're actually not going to play another card this turn. That is probably the least impressive turn 1 we've had. Okay, definitely Compile Driver. Show me all the capacitors. Alright. Definitely want to consume. Definitely want a Rainbow as well, but we should probably dual cast before we do that. I'll use Fission. Hey, so now the darknesses in the deck are starting to turn up. That's what the Fission's really for. Okay, so let me... Darkness. I'm also just going to Chaos. Defend. I'm just trying to empty cards out of my hand right now. We'll Hologram back the Darkness. Play it again. Then we'll Seek the next Darkness in the deck. Play that. Then we'll Hologram back the Darkness. Play that. Alright, cool. Now we're at the point where we have Lethal if we can get an Evoke. Glacier allows us to evoke the front line, but not twice, unfortunately. Thunderstrike will take it out at the very end there. Another Fission? Yes. Barrage is a lot of damage, but we don't need the damage. You'll see. This is probably the hardest fight for us, because we don't need to play all of our powers to be powerful. I think I do have to amplify the heat sinks here. It's a lot of draw. We're not going to get the defense that I really wanted on this turn, but that's okay. We're basically going to have to be stopped on most turns, especially when we start encountering our double energies. Speaking of... generate my random card. Okay, cool. So we have the reinforced body for the block at the end of this turn. So we're looking to go off as much as we possibly can this turn. Okay. Do we Fission here? Now I reinforce body. We've got all of those orbs up. It's just time to focus on power. Do I recurse that orb? Almost certainly not. Oh, you really tried to apply those debuffs right there. Nice attempt. Yep, those aren't what we wanted. It's okay, we do get draw from the powers. I'll consume, then amplify electrodynamics. This is a bunch of damage, but more than that... Nice. It's actually a bunch of draw. Use a single darkness, then reinforce body here. Come on, and looking for defensive. Fission evokes for a bunch of damage here, but I don't want that. I want to keep these orbs around for a while. Okay. Right, so it's not this turn. Well, it is. It's next. It's next turn. The Time Eater is going to transform. I don't think we kill them this turn, though. I don't think we can. We definitely need to make sure that we play enough cards, though. Yep, enemy manages to reset here, unfortunately. Okay, at the very least, we're starting to bank all of our stuff from our extra block from the calipers, because that wasn't happening yet, and that was actually really disconcerting. We only get to bank 5 here. 5, 10. Okay. Worked out better than I thought. Damn it. I don't want to take a bunch of damage that turn. I just have to use Fission, unfortunately. This turn, what? I just Tempest for a bunch? I'm actually really tempted to. Specifically because it kills. Alright. Giant heal at the end of that fight. Time for this one. Ooh, consume this early. I love it. Skim. Seek. I'm looking for double energy, double energy. Now we just turbo, and now we're looking to go off. Right? Actually, I can fission first as well. Double energy, double energy. I don't want to seek another double energy until I played something here. Zap. See ya. Ooh, amplify. Hell yes. Okay, so we want to seek the final double energy from the deck, because we're just going to go off on turn 1 here, definitely. Yep. Amplify. Well, actually, we should do it like that. But amplify the Echo Form. And now we just get to play cards basically until the end of days. So, you know, that's pretty good. Alright. Darkness, then Compile Driver. We need to have things that don't draw for a while here, if we can at least. Oh, the Echo Form. Damn. Yeah, we're set up. I think there's nothing that can really be done to stop us on this turn. Oh, gosh. So 26, it evokes 25. So it evokes 25. 25 times the evoke value of that is 11. 25 times 11 is 200 and... around 250, right? 225 times 275. Right? Yeah, 275. That's a lot of damage to do here in turn 1. The problem is it leaves me kind of open afterwards. So I don't think I can do that yet. Unfortunately, none of these other cards draw, so it's a bad position to be in. We're doing it. Cool. Then we'll reprogram and make sure that the next hand doesn't suck. So we get to keep extra block from this turn for the next turn, and we've got our extra damage. I think we just have to pop off as quickly as we can here. Double up on Capacitor, and then we double up on Darkness as well. Hell yes. Fission for the kill on the back line. This one could not be more straightforward. All right. Okay, the heart, not the heart, but the Spire stuff before that I forgot the name of, could still be a problem. So we do need to keep an eye on that. The Spear and Shield. This is so tense. My heart can't take it, I'm dead. There we go. That's the end of me. Oh, no, wait, of Deca. Oh, sorry, I get us confused all the time. So that's just an A20 win with the Defect. We've done a couple of those recently. It's about what goes on from here on out that's important. Just rest here, get our HP back to full. Obviously, missing out on that data disk is pretty bad. Taking a pre-upgraded leap in this deck, I don't think that's as valuable as just taking another cool-headed. Or possibly as valuable as just taking a power potion. No, it's the extra cool-headed. Definitely. Okay. Sometimes we have difficulty with the setup, so let's hope not today. Great. If I can kill the Spire Shield here, I'm so pleased. I cannot. Alright, Vision's it's still pretty good here at least. Oh my god, 2 free copies of Buffer. Hell yes. And then Fission for a ridiculous amount of draw. Don't mind if I do. I can even multicast this Dark Orb first. No, I want the extra energy. Okay, so we'll start with a double energy. Play out some stuff that has very little effect here. I'll consume before seeking in order to get the other 2 double energies. We already have lethal here, by the way. Because it is Darkness. And now we've got a multicast on this 15. So we've got 104 times 15 damage. You're going to have to trust me that it's lethal. This allows me to keep the focus potion for the final boss fight. Amazing. Unceasing Top. Whenever you have no cards during your in your hand during your turn, draw a card. I could also get Fruit Juice here. 5 more max HP or 15 HP over the course of the fight. 15 HP over the course of the fight. But it's over the course of so many turns. But no. It's just the HP. All right. Let's seek out the double energy as well as something else super useful here if I can get it. Do I have any draw in my hand? I don't. So taking both double energies is kind of risky. I'll take a double energy and a skim. Double energy there. Definitely consume as well. Are you kidding me? Skim for the draw. We'll play the Panacea happily. I don't have any extra defense in this hand right now, so I'm about to start taking damage. That's okay. Unfortunately, I will lose some value, but that's okay. Because I do need to still just go off with this hand, so I just have to take the damage. I just have to cop it. dual cast this in order to get some extra defense. There's our first Echo form. We amplify the Echo form. Huge, huge for us right there. No, Ryan. It's fine. It's fine. Don't need to play the genetic algorithm this turn, but it's the only way that I continue the cycle. Do I need to continue the cycle? No. Deck trashing effect is obviously really tragic here. Please get us something useful. Alright. Gotta remember, the cards are played twice here. Double play the first rainbow. Then let's just double play a bunch of darknesses. I'm gonna burn this void out of the deck. It's very important it's not in there long term. I need my capacitors and I need my frost orbs. Alright. First thing, we'll double play double energy, obviously. Then capacitor, glacier, capacitor. So I can now draw the rest of my deck, basically. Great consume. Bias Cognition. No, we've already lost. No, but the Bias Cognition isn't going to be bad enough, quickly enough for it to be a problem for us. Great cool-headed there. Draw a card as well as another. Beautiful. Get the excess energy that turn as well. Excess block, rather. Okay. These frost orbs are going to keep us alive for a really long period of time. So now all we need to do is focus on... One sec, because I should have played the aggregate there, actually. We'll play the double energy later. It'll come in handy. All I got to do now is focus on when I can get a Dark Orb up. I could even just double Thunderstrike here as well. Yeah, a hell of a lot of damage that turn. Alright. Okay. Just keep you cool, keep you calm, keep you focus. Obviously double up on the darkness here. Then double up on the glacier. Getting those orbs dangerously close to popping off. In fact, we will pop off the first one. I don't have any multicast left in my deck. So I'll double play Skim. That's one darkness and a dual cast. Well, that, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends, is the end of the Heartbreaker Chronicles. My God! I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It's finally done. I've been working on this for months. Literally since the Act 4 was included in the game. And now I've completed A20 with the Heartbreaker for every single one of the characters in the base game. Now, of course, we have to go and do it again. I'm kidding. We're not doing it again. Wow. My only regret is that we didn't get the final A20 win on episode 500. It's still not yet episode 500. God. We were so close, though. Like, 0.000012 something off. Don't check the numbers on that. I just came up with that. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been, like a big reason that I haven't gone to episode 500 yet is because if I don't tick over to episode 500, I'm going to explain a little bit of it right now. Not all of it, but a little bit. If I don't tick over to episode 500, people are going to think I lost because they think that the win is going to be episode 500. So it's kind of like an anti-spoiler thing as well. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.